Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. Here's part 5 of the 2003 Jeep Liberty Sport with the 3.7, a partial engine rebuild. We have no idea what the heck we're going to come across when we take this apart. Today is Sunday. Mark Keith is working out pretty good. He's off. Whenever we get a worker, we give the worker off Sunday and Monday. Yeah, we gotta give them. You gotta give guys two days off, and you know Saturday for repair shops are really busy. So, but you gotta give people that extra day during the work week to take care of things. So Sunday, Monday is their day off, and so today it's gonna be me and Sylvia. All right, check it out. Let's go over what we got, where we're at, and also we got to move this vehicle back a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I want to take you to check out our party line. A lot of you know what the party line already is, and if somebody don't know, ask the question, and I'm pretty sure somebody out there is going to answer you. Okay? All right, let's get to this. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Last we left off, we got everything disconnected, and then we was having a problem with this wire right over here, and I was like, I can't even find out where that thing bolts up to. And what I was going to do is pick up the engine to unbolt it. But just a few minutes ago, I'm following this wire harness up, and it's actually hooked up right there. And I'm going to pop that off. It goes over here, the positive terminal. We're going to take that off. Our negative terminal, we got a plug right there that we're going to disconnect. And it looks like it's got to be bolted to the body somewhere. There it is, right there. I'll move this out of the way. Right there, bolt. So we're gonna unbolt that and let that over with the engine. That's gonna be cool. All right, and this harness right here is just gonna be out the way. Whoa, I can clip, dang it. All right, now check this out, guys. What we need to do is we're gonna push this vehicle back, because right now I don't have much room in the front for the engine hoist and all that. So we got the room back here. So what I'm gonna do is move this out the way, move our hoist out the way and all, move this out the way, and we're gonna push this back so we can have that much room in the front. And then we're gonna have to figure out how we're going to hook up this chain. Automatically, I know I'm not hooking no chain up to these bolts. The bolts are going to be too small, and this is weird, man. This is actually part of the cylinder head. So if you hook it up to here and break, man, you done for. So we are definitely not hooking it up right there. Now I got 2 parts and 2 points in the front. Well, those are pretty solid bolts to go through. That it's definitely good. So we just got to figure out something for the back. And when you want to do it, try to hook it up hook up the chain up crossways. All right, now let's go check out our where we at on the party line. All right, we'll be right back. All right, here we go. You guys already know what house this is in. The house we bought. We're trying to put together, fix it up, you know. All right, here we go, guys. Here's our room. You know, a lot of you guys know what this room is. Here's our party line. Last thing we took off was the alternator. And here's the bolts over here. I put these bolts on the side. These are the bell housing bolts, and we got our torque converter bolts all right there. And this bolt got a little bracket on it, and that thing broke off anyway. But I know this is the top bell housing bolts on the driver's side. All right, so we got all the intake, fuel rail, coils, everything we did up to number 1. Now these are the parts I know that when I'm putting the engine together. Now this room is going to be full of stuff when we start breaking this engine apart, but we're going to work with it some kind of way. All right, let's get out there, and I'm going to move that car back, and we're going to get ready. All right, be right back. All right, guys, we got it. We're ready to go. As you can see, let's get you a nice view out here. Let's back this up. We back the Jeep all the way up to the end. And we got all this room right here and got our hoist up in the front. We're ready to go, man. I want to get this engine out of here. Alright, the first thing we do, we notice about this wiring harness over here. So what I'm going to do here, let's open this up. And let's quote it. We're going to disconnect that. That's a 10, looks like a 10 millimeter. Okay, I got my 10 millimeter 1/4 inch drive deep socket, my 1/4 inch drive ratchet. Loosen that up. Take that off. Alright. Now, let's go down here. Down here we got a plug. And we got one of those little connectors up there. Those little tabs that lock into place. And what you want to do is get you a flat screwdriver. This. And that's all we're going to do is push the tab back. Or right here, the little edge. Back it up just like that. Squeeze the top half just by here, squeeze that down, and it should unplug. Alright, we got that part. Last but not least, we got the other end right over here. Get this out of the way. And it's got a little rubber boot or something on top of it. I'm just gonna reach down there and pull that off like that. And that looks like a 10 millimeter bolt also. So what I'm going to use, now being that I can't go straight with it because of the master cylinders in the way, what I'm going to do here is use my 10 millimeter deep. Just put the socket down on it. On that nut, there we go. And what I'm going to do here is use this new set that I bought because I like this. These are, it's about a 19 inch or 20 1/4 inch drive extension with a wobble on the end. But what's nice about this extension is that the first half of it, if you put the socket on the first half, it's a wobble. But you notice that little step on it? When you push it all the way down, the socket will not move. It becomes straight. I like this gear wrench. So what I'm going to do is just put it on for the first half of it. There we go. And give me just enough wobble out there to take that nut off. And it's a 1/4 inch drive also. There we go. Alright, so let's get that off and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got one of them. We got the bolt, the nut off. Let's pull our ground wire up. Dang it. Okay, looks like there's the actual bolt now down there. Get this out of the way, as you can see. We got one ground wire that goes on, and that's kind of corroded. That can cause a problem with the car. Well, that's pretty clean. Alright, let's move that to the side. Now, we got another one right there. Looks like this looks like about maybe a 13. Let's try a 13. Okay, perfect. It's a 13 millimeter deep, 1/4 inch drive. Use my same 20 inch extension, wobble extension, 1/4 inch drive. And there we go. It's loosening up. Alright, let's get that off and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that bolt all the way loose. Let's reach down there and finish taking that out. There we go. And there's our negative cable. That's cool. Now we got this whole thing to go with us on the engine instead of going down there and disconnect it. And what I'm going to do is put the nut back on the end of this. And I'm going to put this, screw this down, back down in there by a couple threads. So we know exactly that's down there. We won't lose that in the way. Now for our difficult part. Now what we got to do is figure a way of hooking up this chain and get down to the nitty gritty. Also, what I did on our power steering bolts. See what I did? I put our power steering bolts back in the block so you know where that goes and all that. And This is gonna suck. But we're gonna get this out. We got no choice, right? And that's what it is. The front one, there's so many places we can hook up to the front. It's the back one I'm worried about, and I want to make sure that I got an idea. This is going in the back of the head. Remember that bolt back there that the ground wire going to? Let me take this out real quick. This one right here, that's going to be enough to hold that chain in place. So I'll just get a longer bolt with this one, bring the chain up, over, and over to here. No. Because the chain might have a hard time right there with that housing. Over here looks more solid. But do I got anything? Yeah, okay, I got the other bolt on that side. Alright, that's how we're gonna, let's put this bolt back in there. I'll take this one out over here. Same one that we had going to the ground strap. There we go. Alright, let's go get our chain. Right back. Alright guys, check this out. Before I get my chain, I was looking at this, I was about to bring this harness and everything over here to the side, over here to the engine. But then I noticed I'm still connected to stuff. Alright, so we got a little purge valve or something. Let's pop this little tab up a little bit. Unplug that. Go around. It looks like we gotta take off the cap to this thing. Alright. Oh, that's pretty easy. Alright, two 10mm bolts. Let's get that off. Got my 10mm deep 1/4" drive. I'm going to get those two nuts off right there. And get that thing out of there. And then we're going to put our nuts back on those posts. Alright, let's do that. We'll be right back. Alright, close it up. We got that off. Now let's switch it to the side and what the heck? Okay, it looks like the harness right here is already disconnected. Looks like it won't go to the other side because of what? Alright, it's hooked up to the power steering pressure sensor. It's way down in here. Let's see if we can get a good look at this. Right there. Alright, let's disconnect this. Okay, from feeling it. So we gotta push the tabs on both sides to unplug it. Got those two tabs on both sides. Squeeze it at the end of the connector, squeeze it and unplug it. Now, let's see. There we go. Alright. That harness is out of the way. Okay, all that's going to be out of the way. This harness is going with the engine, and we're good to go. Let's go get our chain. Right back. Alright guys, let's hook this chain up. Now, check this out. You want to keep you a piece of cardboard. You see how I got this cardboard folded up and got some electrical tape there to keep it together. You definitely want to have something like this in your toolbox, because what I use this for is you know, when you're jacking up engines or something with a aluminum oil pan, you got to put a piece of block of wood in there. So I use this instead because this is a lot more cushiony than that. But we're also going to be using this in this job. All right, let's get our chain hooked up. Remember, we took out the bolt back here in the back of the cylinder head over here. Here's I got another bolt. We got our chain right here. And you want to make sure the bolt don't go through that link, or you in some serious trouble. You want to make sure there's no way it can go through there. So what we're going to do is reach back here. And you got to feel where we bolted that up. And there we go, right there. Alright. I'm going to bring this in as much as I can. I don't want that backing out, and I don't want them threads stripping out of me. Now, you notice, when we pick up this engine, look what's happening. That chain is going right up against that head, and you do not want that. That's aluminum. You do not want that ear to break off, or you in some serious mess. So, got my nice thick piece of cardboard here, and I want to make sure it's around the harness like that. Or you can get a smaller piece, but I got this, and I ain't got time to be making the other one. And that way now, it's pulling up against that. That's great. All right, then we're gonna take the other end of our chain, and we got this bolt right here. So we're gonna take this bolt out, and this is a 10 millimeter bolt. So this thing is great, man. I ain't gotta worry about this at all. We're gonna give us that's a little bit of play right here. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna screw that in, and we're gonna bring that in all the way. And you don't want to tighten this up to the chain, to that link can't move. You want to make sure it can swivel like this a little bit, so when you're picking it up. Great. Look at that, guys. That's perfect. All right. This is going to be the fun part. All right, now, let's go around this side of the vehicle. What we're going to do here first is picking this engine up. Our transmission is going to pick up also, and once we pull that engine out, there's nothing that's going to hold on to the front of that transmission, and that thing just going to go boom, and it's going to drop. So what we're going to do here is take our crusty hydraulic jack. Craftsman, this jack sucks. All right, and what we're going to do here is we're going to bring it up under the vehicle, and we're going to look for the oil pan right there. And you know, we're going to get us a block of wood, and we're going to set it right up under the oil pan, and just put a little tension on it to keep it up in the air. All right, let me get the wood, and I'll be right back. All right, you see we got our block of wood up under there, and what I'm going to do is jack this up, and I just saw the engine and transmission separate a little bit, so that's good. I'm going to jack. Now, I'm going to hold it right there. Let's get our engine stand, swing it over here. Let's get this engine out of here. I'm tired of this. Be right back. All right, let's swing this thing over here.
That's an engine hoist.
Yeah, what did I say?
Engine stand.
Oh, okay. It's an engine stand.
It's a hoist.
It's a
the
stand.
stand is the other little thingy.
It's a stand. Who's the mechanic here?
I don't know.
All right, so we're going to swing this. We got to pick this up to that arm reaches above the radiator support.
Why don't you just hook it up to the grill right there and just pull?
Pull the whole grill and everything out?
Yep.
Yeah. Then we'd be buying us a Liberty. All right, now we come over here. We make sure everything is centered. The hoist and everything is centered. And you know what, guys? Check this out. We forgot about this. Got our oil dipstick tube. Let's get that, put it out the way.
That's got to go in the potty line.
Yeah. All right. Now what we want to do? We don't want to situate this in the middle. We want to situate this. Try to get in the center of the chain, and then go a little bit up, because we want to make sure the front just tilts up just a little bit more. So first of all,
why?
Because if we pick up from the back, that's a good question too. I don't even know how to answer it.
Then what's your reason for doing it?
All right, check it out. If we pick it up back here, we're going to pick up the back, and the engine's going to tilt this way, which is going to be almost impossible for it to come out of that converter, come out of that transmission, separate from the transmission. It's going to make it very, very difficult. Being that we got the transmission, watch this. Look at this. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. You act. That's right. This is show and tell right now. All right, right now, the engine and transmission is just like that. So, and they're in there. If you pick up the back of the engine up, it's going to be crooked. It's going to be hard to come out. Right now, we got the transmission at this point jacked up. So right now, it's tilted like that. So we need to pick up from this end so the weight can just come out and go like that instead of right here, which would be crooked. All right, let's get that. Let's get that done. Distracting me.
I've been told to ask questions.
That's what you've been told, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we get in the center, go a little bit in the front. I'm gonna go right about here. We are good to go right there. All right, now what I'm gonna do is slowly.
So you only go up a little bit, like not too much towards the front.
Exactly. Now, honestly, I might should have had to bring it a little bit further. You never really know. But right now, as you can tell, I'm just slightly up toward, instead of middle, I'm right toward the front. So I'm good where I'm at. So here we go, guys. Let's pick this engine up. All right. There we go. Make sure everything's out of the way. Now what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna get me a piece of cardboard and I'm gonna take you with me. We're gonna go up under it. Actually, you know what? Let's go right here. Camera. Let's see how it looks up under here. Okay, I can see the end of the flywheel, so we're good. Let's get this jack. Let's get this transmission up a little bit more. Good. All right, now we need to pick up this front enough to get out of those motor mounts. Where's our thing at? Okay. A little bit more. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's let this back down. All right. Come on this side. I'm sure we got a little... Forgot something. Always going to forget something. The lower radiator hose. We got it still connected. That's not good. So, let's get us a flat screwdriver and get the pan, and we're going to get that loose. Be right back. All right, guys, check this out. I got to disconnect this hose. I got to put the pan up under there. So what we did was disconnect our hoist, and we're going to back it up. Because also what I see, these lines right here, looks like they go into the side of the engine. So I need to get up under there and check that out and see what's going on. So I can disconnect that also. I do not need nothing holding us up. Alright, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm up under the vehicle right now. We got our two lines going right here to this little plastic cover. And it looks like it just snaps right into the block. So what I'm going to do, let's see if I can get a pair of needle nose here. Let's see if I can just get that out of there. It looks like it should just pull right out. Let me try another pair. No, that ain't going to be able to work. Okay, pulled right out of there. Oh, another piece broke off, so it's good though. All right, that's off. Now, let me go to the top and put my pan up under here, just in case we got some antifreeze coming out of here. Then we're gonna get a regular screwdriver. Let's loosen up our clamp. Okay. Let's get this hose off of here. I want to make sure my pan is up under there, just in case if I have to get back under there, I don't need to be wet everywhere. All right, we can just leave our hose hanging right there. All right, now what we did up here is we counted, well, Sylvia counted the links to where our hoist is. So we're just gonna, she said it was 9, so we're gonna hook our hoist back up. And now let's see if we can get this engine out of here. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're ready again. Let's get this thing, start jacking this up. Now you notice, when I did that first time, I went very slow because a lot of times you're always going to get something holding you up. Like for instance, over here somewhere. Oh, no, I'm just on the mount, looks like. Let me go a little bit more. All right. Okay. I want to be careful. My harmonic balancer is going right up against that, be up against that fan soon. Why didn't they tell me to take the fan out? That'd have been a lot easier to taking that fan out and getting us some clearance. You know, guys, let's not even mess around with that. Let's take our little clip right here, a connector, push the tab in, unplug it, move that connector, move that wire to the side, and let's see. We got a bolt missing right here. Looks like it's supposed to be a 10mm or something. And it might just slide into a slot below. It does. So we're missing a bolt over here for this fan? Yes, we are. Alright. So over here, we have a 10mm bolt. Let's get that bolt out. What we got up here? Alright, got my handy dandy up here. 10mm deep, 1/4" drive. Take that bolt out. Let's take our thing out of here. Dang it. Look at this mess, man. This is some bull, man. Man, I ain't got...
That's not cool. I don't think that's going to work.
Man. You gotta be kidding me.
That's just like a guy.
Huh?
That's just like a guy.
Heck
He's just
yeah.
gonna keep on trying.
That's right. Dang it. All right. Let's lower this thing down. Dang it, man. Man, we got the engine out. Ah. All right. Dang it, man. All right, let's back this hoist back up. And how's that?
There you go.
Yeah. I don't have time for this mess. All right. Let's push it back up. Okay. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got it, 9. Number 9. All right. Cardboard still in place. All right. Where's my thing? Okay. Now let's try it, guys. You don't understand. When we get, when us guys, we get to a point that engine's about out. Anything in the way, they gotta go. All right.
Isn't that thing too far back?
What?
The engine.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. So what we gotta do now is since I got it up a little bit, what I'm gonna do is grab the hoist and I'm gonna just pull back a little bit, try to get it away from the transmission. There we go. Now we're making sure all our harness and everything is out of the way. All right, let's pick up a little bit more. Make sure everything's out of the way. Now I'm gonna go back here. And gotta make sure nothing is, what is that right here? It's like the engine plate or something right there. What the heck is that? Alright guys, what I see back here is I got the breather, the vent tube to the transmission is in the back of the cylinder head over here. And what I need is my needle nose pliers. And so you can pretty much see the location where I'm at. I got the long needle nose. And I'm right about this location. And this is the vent for the transmission. I just popped it off. Here it is right here. You can see the pin on it, just pushes right into the back of the head. All right, that's good. Okay. Let's make sure nothing is over here in our way. We got our AC line right here. We're gonna make sure that, especially, is out of the way. All right. Make sure it's out of the way. A little noise back here. I want to make sure. Dang, the hose just slow. Oh, there it is. Hose just broke off of there. Good thing it's rubber. Hey, wait a minute. Actually, look at this, guys. This thing broke off, but there's electrical tape around it, so it's dry rotted and broke. So looks like we're gonna get a new one put up there. Huh? Heck no, I can deal with that. Alright. Make sure nothing's touching over here. Alright, you know what? Let me get some wait a minute, what is this? This bracket or something that's back here. Plastic. It's onto the valve cover too. Oh no, it's off of it. Okay. Alright, so let's get this harness and put this harness down to the side. Now our main thing is up here where the radiator is. We want to make sure that we can't hit that. We need to pick it up and make sure we got the clearance right here. Now, this is what we're going to pay attention to. Alright, looks like it's coming up good. That is one tight fit. Alright, wait a minute. Something's sitting around here with the AC lines. Okay, no. It's just moving a little bit. That's good. Harness is out of the way. Alright, come over this way. So we get the front view. see, guys, I'm going a little bit by a little bit. I think what I'm gonna do is pull forward just a little bit more. These out of the way. Dang it, you know what, looks like the back engine plate bent. If it did, that's gonna suck. Yes, it did bend. So we're gonna either try to bend that back into place, or it's gonna be pretty cheap. Get us another one. What's good about us guys is that if we make a mistake on something, we'll own up to it. Even this is on video, and I could have easily pulled this out without showing you any kind of mistakes we made or anything. But it's very important for you to know that mistakes will happen, things will happen. As a matter of fact, let me show you while we're getting out. We're taking out. Look at our engine plate. The engine plate got bent. So you know, I don't even think I'm not even gonna attempt to even bend that back into place. I'm gonna just get the customer a new one. That's all. Or now this parts like this you can get used. I don't like electrical parts and all that, but something like this you can definitely get used. Or we're gonna just get one brand new right from the dealer. All right, so let's get our. As you can see, our engine coming up out of there. And again, you go little bit by little bit, so you can make sure you're not onto nothing. And we are definitely clear. Now, I'm gonna start pulling the engine out because I don't like the engine up high. But our oil pan is still gonna hit up against this, so we're gonna have to pick it up a little bit more. All right. All right, as soon as you get that engine out, very first thing is you want to get that thing down to a level we can more safe at. All right, and there's our plate. Hey, why didn't that come up with the? Supposed to came off that way. All right, that's cool. Give us another one. All right, and check that out. You see how our cardboard is protecting the corner of that cylinder head. That's what I definitely wanted. I definitely didn't want that to be messed up. And also, guys, look at this right here. Look at this little leak inside there. Looks like that freeze-out plug started leaking. So this thing would have started pouring out antifreeze. All right, guys, the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna get my drain pan and we're gonna drain this oil out while I get the bolts also to hook and get our engine stand out here. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, what we're gonna do here, let this oil start draining. We're gonna get our drain pan right here, and we got a 13mm bolt right there. I'm using my 13mm shallow socket, 3/8 drive. Okay. Woo, man. Dang it, that thing's dark. Okay, while that's draining, let's get off our flywheel so we can hook up our engine stand. And we got a bunch of 17mm bolts here. And these flywheel only sets in one way. And you can pretty much know. Check that out. See how the gap is between those two bolts? So we know where that's gonna go. So I don't have to mark the flywheel or anything. So let's go around here. I'm using my 17mm deep impact, 1/2" drive. Let's get these bolts off. Nah, you know what, guys? Look at that. I ain't liking that, because the impact is kind of deep, kind of thick walled. It's hitting right up against the crank. See that? And I'm not going flush on that, so I am not digging that at all. So you can see how crooked it is on all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a 17mm shallow chrome socket, because the walls on those are thinner. So let's get that. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got my 17mm chrome socket. The walls is thinner, so when I put them on, look at that, fits right in there perfectly. I ain't got to worry about stripping no bolts out. So let's get these bolts off of here. Now if you're doing this by hand, it's going to be tough, because these got Loctite on them, thread sealer, and it makes some things difficult to do by hand. So I'm gonna get this off and we'll be right back. All right, on our last bolt. Take everything off, that's good. Now, I'm gonna make sure how these bolts are lined up. I'm gonna make sure nothing's gonna be different now, because we see, because I can see two openings right here. So if I put this back up there, that lines up. Now if I turn this around to the other side, will it line up? No. Wait a minute. No. So great. We know that little hole will line up with the hole on this crank, on the new crank. If it calls for one, we're good to go. Take our backing plate off, that's all messed up. Get another one of those. I ain't trying to bend this back into place. There's our little leak right there. But man, that looks like oil. I mean, that's a freeze out plug right there. It looks like oil though. I don't know. There's our rear main seal. Okay, our oil has stopped. So I'm gonna put my drain plug back in, and then we're gonna get the bolts to hook up for the hoist. Be right back.
The stand.
The stand. Yeah, the stand. I'm saying it backwards, man. I'll take it. All right, the stand. All right, guys, we got our brace for the engine stand. Now what we gotta do is loosen up our four arms first. And mine just happened to be 3/4 inch or 19mm. Dang it. Put that up there. Okay, let's turn it. So, okay. Alright, we want to just make sure they're in. Okay. And now we got to hook up to our engine. We definitely want to hook up ones to the end out here, and then the two on the top. Now these over here is not threaded, so actually I have to use a nut and a bolt. So what I got here is one. And let's get this situated. Hang that up just like that. Get the washer. And put the nut up there. Alright, bring that in. All right, get our second one ready. All right, man, make sure, because these right here, these arms got to go to the top. So what the heck? Okay. Let's get this one to the top. And let's get us a bolt up here. Okay, we're not going to tighten these up yet. Now this one, you want to make sure you don't go protrude all the way in, or there's could take a good chance of stripping that hole out or cracking that block, especially if it's aluminum. So you want to make sure you measure that when that bolt goes through, it only goes through so much, just enough to grab into that block, and that's why I got that big nut right there. So we're going to put that right there, and then like that. And on the other side, we have again our bolt washers and nuts. Now got that tightened up. We're not done yet. Now what you got to do is you got to situate this thing, because this thing can move around like that. So you got to situate this thing so it's like right in the center of the block. And once it's in the center of the block, but right there, dang it, man, look at this, man. What the heck I didn't get my tool for? Get that ready. I'm going to go tighten up. Now see, even though it's a nut and a bolt, the gun spins it so fast that it'll tighten up. Alright, now that I got that, now I'm going to go in and tighten up a little bit better, put my wrench on it, because I'm pretty much situated now. Now, we got that done. The next thing, now, we can just go ahead and tighten up the bolts on the outside. Done. That thing ain't going nowhere. Alright, now what we're going to do is go get our engine stand, and we'll be right back. Alright, we got our engine stand right here. Alright, we're just going to, now we know we got to jack that up till it lines up to there. It doesn't matter if it goes a little higher like it is right now. It's quite okay. Turn this a little bit. All right, it's up there. Now we got a little pin right here. Come over here and look at this. We got a little alignment hole right here. So that's all I want to do now is you know what? I think this is easier. We're going to jack this up a little bit more. Yeah, push that up there, and line that up, and drop our pin in there. Great. Now, we're going to down like that. And we're going to slowly lower it down, and at the same time lower it down a little bit, because our stand right now is above our hoist, so you don't want to let it drop down and everything tip over. So drop it down a little bit, start twisting it, a little bit too much. go. That is nice and secure. Move our hoist. Take our chain off. And once we take our chain off, now what I'm gonna do here is put our oil drain plug. Let's get out, you know what, let's get our little antifreeze pan right here. Put it right here. And what I'm gonna do here, get my little pipe here. Cause we got a little antifreeze coming out that housing. So what I'm gonna do, turn that a little bit. Get the rest, drain the rest of that antifreeze out of there. All right, I'm gonna let this drain out and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got that done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and remove our oil filter. Don't matter, we're gonna be changing this thing anyway, so we can scar it up and do everything. Okay. Man, that is some nasty looking oil. All right, not that much came out of there. That was great. Now what I'm gonna do is keep that right there, and I am gonna flip this engine to its side. I think I'm gonna bring this side up. All right, let's get that. Let's try that. Do that. And I'm leaving my pan there just in case. Okay. Looks like our hoist is about to hit right there. Well, no more oil is coming through, so let's situate you right there. Now let's go more. Let's turn it some more. Okay. Looking good, looking good. I would like to turn this thing completely upside down. Oh well. You know, before I do that, because nothing else is leaking out of here, let's get some cardboard right here first. Then put our pan back up under there, just in case. All right, now let's turn this engine completely around. Harness out of the way, dang it. Okay. All right, it's upside down. Let me clean up this mess a little bit right here. Got our oil pan down here and all that mess. Whew. Alright, we're gonna clean this up and then we're gonna do something special. We'll be right back. Alright guys, here we go. We're gonna find out what the heck was making that noise inside this pan. And check this out. What's that called? To something, the special occasion. What word am I looking for? Something, I don't know.
Commemorate?
Yeah. There you go. See? To commemorate this special occasion, I am using my new butterfly valve, butterfly 3/8 air tool, air wrench, whatever you want to call it, from Harbor Freight. I got my 6-inch 3/8 drive extension, my 10mm deep socket. This is the first time I'm using this tool. I like this because you got to do so I can hold my hand here. Oh, that sucks. What the heck, man? Piece of junk. Oh my goodness, man. What the? What the heck was that about? This is some bull, man. Yo, I was about to take this back. Alright, now let's try.
What is wrong with people? Do they not hear that puppy crying?
Oh, okay.
Make me go over and take that puppy from them.
Go ahead then. Go ahead. Alright, let's get our bolts out. 10mm bolts. That thing don't sound too great. Dang it.
You'll go get you a new one.
The heck? Oh, guys, man, this sucks.
So much for the special occasion.
Huh?
So much for the special occasion.
Heck yeah, man. Yo, I'm gonna take this back. Alright, let's get all our bolts out and we'll be right back. Alright, I don't know. Things started acting good. I don't know. Maybe put some oil in or something. I don't know. Last bolt. Alright, guys. Let's put these bolts down. Give me a flat screwdriver. All right, guys, let me get a hammer. Be right back. All right, got a screwdriver and a hammer and more. Something here? What the heck? Guys, I don't think this is supposed to be stuck like this. Wait a minute. Okay, I got it. Let me separate that oil pan from the gasket from this side of it. Must be the way that gasket is made. Figures will give me a hard time. Yeah. Here we go. All right, guys. Y'all ready? This is all we've been waiting for. Hey, here we. Okay. There's our paint. Man, that oil is caked up in there. All right, what do we got here? We got our tube here, our pickup tube, and we got our. So we gotta. All right, let's get this pickup tube out of here. Let's see what we got here now. It's like some 15 millimeter bolts. No.
13.
13. Huh, you're right. I grabbed a 14. Right, huh?
Why did you grab a 14 when I said 13?
You go ahead. Go right ahead. All right, so let's get our 6-inch extension with a 13 millimeter deep, 3/8 drive, and we got 2 nuts over here. Let's loosen those up. Two. Okay, get those out of the way. And we got a 13 millimeter bolt right over here. Be careful in taking this apart. Okay. Alright, there's our tube. Got a little O-ring right there. We want to make sure we're going to put a new one on that. Alright, and what we're going to do is set that down inside the oil pan. And what I'm going to do is put the bolt back over here so we know exactly where that goes. Get our ratchet out of the way. Alright guys, here we go. We're about to see what the heck was making that noise inside this engine. Dead.
All right, so we're done for today. This is part 5?
Yeah.
5. Okay. So, dun dun dun. You guys will have to wait till next part to see what is wrong with that crankshaft, or if maybe it's something else. I don't know. Who knows, right? Okay, so if you guys have any comments or questions, you could post them below in the comment section, or you can email to me at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs.
Oh,
If we can't repair it, nobody can.
That ain't right.
See you next time.